The start of the 2023 season for McLaren has been nothing short of a disaster. With Norris and Piastri quietly moving in the last places of the grid, one couldn't help but wonder, what is next for McLaren? According to Zak Brown's latest actions, it's time for rebuild. A full one. The Woking-based squad is about to undergo a painful journey that would either make or break them. So it's definitely one of the most important periods of their existence. So what are the changes that are being currently implemented in the leadership of the team? When a Formula One car flops, heads roll. It's a cruel but common truth in the sport. And so it was for McLaren, who saw their technical director James Key head for the exit after the lackluster debut of the MCL60. But let's not pretend this was a knee-jerk reaction to a single race weekend. Oh no. The departure of Key and the arrival of a fresh new technical team had been brewing for weeks, according to none other than McLaren CEO Zak Brown. It has been clear to me for some time that our technical development has not moved at a quick enough pace to match our ambition of returning to the front of the grid, he said. I'm pleased that, having completed a full review with Andrea, we are now able to implement the restructure required to set the wheels in motion to turn this around. McLaren had been feeling the heat for some time. We're talking middle of last year territory. But it wasn't until team boss Andrea Seidl hung up his racing boots last winter, and Andrea Stella stepped up as his replacement, that the real introspection began. Stella's deep dive revealed some alarming truths about the team's internal mechanics, which had been somewhat masked by their solid performance in the previous season. Senior management at McLaren took a long-term view of the team and found that the lack of progress from 2021 into 2022 exposed some serious flaws in the ways things were being run, and those flaws were confirmed with the release of their latest car. See, McLaren had been riding high on the success of their platform from 2019 to 2020, with a car that spanned 2 seasons and even an engine switch from Renault to Mercedes. But that success ended up hiding some weakness within the organisation that only became apparent when the new rules era kicked in for the start of 2022. And as the momentum stalled last year and McLaren struggled to recover, the team started to question its structure. Was having James Key as sole technical director really the right approach? Were they making the most of experienced figures like Peter Prodromo? After Stella conducted a thorough review of the team, it was clear that a wider revamp was necessary, especially with the new wind tunnel and simulator opportunities on the horizon. And when Stella learned that David Sanchez was interested in joining from Ferrari, it was the final piece of the puzzle that triggered his plan into action. McLaren has been down many paths in the past when it comes to management structures, and its latest decision to move away from a single technical director is raising eyebrows. Under the leadership of Ron Dennis and Martin Whitmarsh, McLaren tried a matrix management system that spread responsibilities across a wider range of personnel. But that approach was eventually discarded in 2019 when Zak Brown and Andrea Seidl arrived and opted for a single technical director. Seidl himself explained that he preferred simple, traditional and clear hierarchies. But now McLaren is once again returning to a system that involves 3 technical chiefs. However, McLaren's rationale for this shift is that its new team principal, Andrea Stella, has a strong engineering background that allows him to oversee technical matters more effectively than previous leaders. By having experts in specific areas, David Sanchez on car concept, Peter Prodromo on aerodynamics, and Neil Holdy on engineering and design, all working together, McLaren hopes to be stronger as a whole team than if it were to rely on a single technical chief to handle all those elements. The plan includes dividing responsibilities clearly and promoting Piers Tyne as COO to support operations at the factory, while the team is away at Grands Prix. However, the true impact of the restructuring may take a while to manifest, as the team will not welcome new member Sanchez until January 2024, unless they can secure his early release from Ferrari. With the wind tunnel and simulator set to become operational in the coming months, McLaren has a clear roadmap for the future. The team aims to finish this year in P4, fight for podiums in 2024, and then be battling for wins in 2025. This is exciting stuff, but there may be some short-term pain as they wait for upgrades to come through for their current car. Still, McLaren is confident that the strategic change will ensure their long-term success. The team's current chiefs believe they finally have everything they need to achieve their targets, including an exciting driver lineup. As Brown stated, "I'm determined to see McLaren get back to where we should be." It's clear that McLaren is eager to return to its winning ways, and with these changes, they just might do it. But when it comes to their drivers, things aren't looking great with the 23-year-old Formula One star Lando Norris. He's had a rough start to the 2023 season, finishing in 17th place in both Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. As a result, rumours are swirling that he may be looking to jump ship and join a new team for the 2024 season. While Norris is still under contract with McLaren through 2025, the idea of him leaving is gaining momentum. Some people are saying that McLaren has failed him by not providing a car that can compete with the best. It's clear that Norris has a talent to succeed, but he's not getting the support he needs. One of the biggest concerns is that Norris is supposed to be McLaren's #1 driver, but the car doesn't seem to be tailored to his strengths. In many other teams, the car is designed to suit the top driver's style, but that's not the case at McLaren. This is costing Norris the chance to score points, and he's not happy about it. Although Norris isn't in a rush to leave, he's definitely keeping his options open. He knows that his prospects for next season are limited, but if the right opportunity presents itself, he might be willing to make the move. In fact, just a few weeks ago, Norris hinted that he might not be the most patient person in the world. He's got high aspirations, and he's not willing to settle for anything less than the best. The path that he might take next is uncertain. While Mercedes and Alfa Romeo are two viable options for the young Brit, the decision ultimately lies in the hands of others. The prospect of Norris joining Mercedes is tantalizing, but it all hinges on Lewis Hamilton's future. Will he stay or will he go? It's a question that has been looming over the paddock for some time now, and Norris could potentially be the heir to Hamilton's throne. But, as with most things in life, it's a waiting game. On the other hand, Alfa Romeo could be a more immediate option for Norris. With Guan Yu Zhao's contract set to expire at the end of the season, the seat could be up for grabs, and the possibility of pairing up with Valtteri Bottas is certainly intriguing. The two could potentially propel the team to new heights and cement themselves as the top midfield team on the grid. But the decision doesn't stop there. Norris could commit his future to Alfa Romeo and become the face of the team once Audi takes over in 2026. Or he could take a one-year deal and explore his options further down the line, potentially landing at Alpine, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Martin, or even Mercedes. It's a game of chess, with each move impacting the next, and for Norris, it's a game that he's not the only player in. He must navigate the politics and possibilities of Formula One, all while keeping his eyes on the prize. McLaren really needs a miracle at this point. It seems like they're in full rebuild mode this season, but if they want to keep their star driver Lando Norris, they need to show some serious improvement next year. But hey, maybe these changes they're making can turn things around. The promotion of Piers Tyne as COO and the potential hiring of David Sanchez from Ferrari could be a step in the right direction. I mean, Sanchez did some amazing work over at Ferrari, but let's not forget they're dealing with their own set of issues too. At this point, McLaren needs all the help they can get if they want to stay competitive. It's just a matter of time before Norris starts looking at other options. And who could blame him? He's a talented driver who deserves a car that matches his skills. Do you think McLaren can turn things around? And what about Norris? Will he stay or will he leave? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are interested in the current drama that's ongoing in Red Bull, make sure to watch our next video.